The notification arrived before the ring stopped vibrating. 9:12 p.m. Private message forced through the company system like a cough behind a closed door. My coworker didn't waste words. Davey, did you check internal news? Another buzz. Your home is all over the system. I stood in my kitchen, lights off, city bleeding through the window. The kettle screamed itself dry on the stove. I didn't move. I already knew what all over meant. Photos, address, mortgage records. A performance review I never signed. A narrative written in someone else's handwriting. I opened the feed. There it was. My name, my face. A red banner stamped confidential, leaked. They called it an ethics investigation. They used words like risk, instability, conflict of interest. They didn't mention the meeting that morning. The way the CEO smiled without warmth. It's best if you don't take part in this project anymore. He said it gently, as if he were returning a borrowed pen. I nodded, thanked him. Left early. I thought it was over. It never is. The betrayal hadn't begun tonight. Tonight was just the reveal. The clean cut after weeks of pressure applied with precision. I remembered the signs I dismissed. The project scope changing without my name. The budget approvals rerouted. The late-night calls between the CEO and Mara from compliance. Always ending when I entered a room. They were careful. They always are. I scrolled slowly, training myself not to react. Every document was real, just arranged to lie. My home valuation next to an insinuation of bribery. A vacation photo twisted into evidence of collusion. They hadn't fabricated anything. They'd curated me. I sat at the table and breathed until my pulse obeyed. Anger was useless until sharpened. Mara's signature was on every release. Oversight. Governance. The woman who used to drink chamomile tea at my desk and ask about my mother's health. I remembered the night I saw her reflection in the CEO's office glass. The way she adjusted his tie before noticing me. I didn't confront them then. I stored it. Over the next weeks, I became invisible by design. I pulled phone records, logged access times, noted which files were copied minutes after I opened them. I watched who left together, who lied with their eyes first. I smiled. I delivered. I documented. At home, I slept in fragments. My thoughts ran rehearsals. If this, then that. If silence, then proof. I ordered an independent audit under my consultancy. License. Quiet. Legal. I cross-referenced metadata. The leak originated from compliance, not me. The edits aligned with Mara's login. The CEO approved every release within 60 seconds. Muscle memory. The truth arrived in a sealed report. Neutral language. Devastating conclusions. No emotions. Just facts arranged properly. I asked for a meeting. They agreed. Of course they did. The room was glass and white and designed to make people confess. I placed the report between us and said nothing. Let silence do the work. The CEO skimmed. Mara went pale by page 3. Her breath fractured. This isn't, she started. I raised a finger. Calm, polite. You leaked my personal data, I said. You framed it as ethics. You removed me to protect an affair. The CEO slammed the folder shut. Too late. He was already sweating. I slid my phone across the table. An email chain queued. External recipients, regulators, board members, scheduled. Walking away, I added, would have been enough. But you wanted damage. Mara cried, loud, ugly. He didn't look at her. I stood, straightened my jacket. Perfect posture. At 10 a.m., I said, this sends. Or you resign. Both of you publicly. I left before they answered. The next morning, my name was gone from the feed, replaced by apologies, by sudden resignations citing personal reasons. The company stock dipped, then stabilized. I deleted the app. Weeks later, I passed the building without looking up. I wasn't angry anymore. Anger is an attachment. They lost control because they mistook silence for weakness. I didn't need revenge. I needed the truth arranged correctly. And once it was, I walked away lighter. Not healed, but unowned.